Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Quick news break from box openings. Secret lair for Outlaws at Thunder Junction has been spoiled. It's not up on the channels of where to buy and all that stuff, but the cards have been leaked, and they are doozies. I just want to say, I'm actually impressed. So before we get started, don't forget to comment, like, subscribe. Try and get to 1,000 peeps. Once we do, it's giveaway time. And everybody's going to love it. Links in the description to support the channel. But let's get into it. Let's check out these sweet cards in Secret Lair. So what's a Secret Lair called? Well, it's called Secret Lair Outlaw Anthologies Volume 1 and 2. So interesting. Only because I don't know which cards are in which volume, but we've got all the cards, I think. Sort of. Kind of maybe. We'll see. But with all that said, let's take a look at some of these sweet cards, and I gotta admit, they are actually kind of sweet. So we're gonna start off with Mnar, 7 colorless, 4/5. Legendary artifact creature, wizard, blue and 2. Target permanent becomes an artifact, addition other types. For blue and 3, you gain control of target artifact. This is amazing, nice, full art, good picture of the Mnar, and a little callback to the old Thunder Junction is here with how they look. Notice he has a scarf, you know, the red scarf like from Tombstone. Bump. Anyway, still not terrible. Good card. Not the best, but hey, it's cool. It's got good art. It's full art. I like it. I like the way it's going. So after Mnar, it starts getting real good. Because now we start rolling into Koval, the Fey Curse King. Look at this art. This is cool. This looks kind of like the trains getting heisted, jacked, or whatever. Those of you who don't know, Koval's a green, red, black, and 2. Dragon Noble, 4/4, flying. Whenever he enters the battlefield or attacks, you sacrifice a permanent. When you sacrifice a permanent, you put a +1/+1 counter on him and draw a card. This is a hot commander card. Sees lots of play in commander. Was real big in standard when it first came out. Whew, boy, this thing was everywhere. But getting the Thunder Junction cowboy treatment, and it's cool. I actually do like it. You can see the other cowboy stuff, and the reason why I like it, and maybe I could be wrong because this picture's not good quality, but at least he's not wearing a hat. So yeah, we'll go with that. But still, I like the art. I like this looks cool. And it only gets better from there. So as we move on, next one we have here, we have Corna, the False God. Check that out. One of every color in one, the 5/5 haster. At the beginning of each player's upkeep, that player untaps it, gains control of it. Whenever it attacks creatures of a creature type of your choice, get +3/+3 to end of turn. Not the best card to reprint, but we don't have many printings of this, so it is cool for those who want to use it. And it's really cool how, like, you see the hand here, the hands, like, everybody's praying to it. It's a great thing. It's got a little bit of the Thunder Junction themes in the background. At least she's not wearing a cowboy hat. But she is kind of dressed that way, like a, how do you put that? Lady of the Night, we'll say. Anyway, still great looking card, good art. I love the whole theme. Hate to say it, kind of impressed. Moving on, next we have this beauty. We have a new Vorinclex, Voice of Hunger. And look at the art on this. Now this is nightmare fuel. If this is the kind of shit I wake up to or run into in a D&D game, probably going to wet myself. And if I wake up to it, it's probably going to be a number 2, not a number 1. But anyway, 2 green and 6 for the 7/6 Trampler. Lands produce an extra mana. If your opponent taps lands, they don't untap the next upkeep. Sees pretty good commander play. This is going to be a great card to put into commander for your deck. Again, full art. Love the art. All of these cards are very poster style / movie poster style cards, which everybody seems to like, and I kind of like too, I'm not gonna lie. This is cool, and I do like it. Moving on, the next one we have Bolis Planeswalker. So we have the old Bolis, the red, 2 black, blue, and 4 for the 5 loyalty, +3 destroy a non-creature permanent, -2 gain control of target creature, or -9 deals 7 damage to target player, Planeswalker. That player or Planeswalker controller discards 7 cards and sacrifices 7 permanents. Disgusting card. Coolest thing about this, and I really do like it, it's got that Godzilla vibe. Yes, love big dinos, love big monsters. He's holding the train. You can see it here, the wheel falling off, people falling out. He's got that dinosaur vibe of I'm going to eat the train. For me, this is just cool. It's got the good wings. He looks not so much like a dragon, but more like a kaiju, which is a cool take on him, in my opinion, because, again, big monster. I mean, come on. Who doesn't love big monster? Like this card in general. Looks really good. I like the art. I like the style. It kind of reminds me of the old Godzilla movies because of how, I don't want to say cheesy, but, you know, mid-1980s, 90s eras that it is. Kind of style from the monsters. I like it. Now, again, won't see a whole lot of play, but if you're in Commander, this is definitely something cool you probably want to put in your deck. I'm not going to lie. Moving on next, we have good old Grinzo, Havoc Razor. Now, not the best card. 2 red and 2/2. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, you get to choose one. You can go to creature or exile top card of player's library to the end of turn. You may cast that card and spend mana of any mana to cast it. Probably the coolest thing about this is it looks like my Uncle Guido. Just kidding. But seriously, like, we got a bar fight going on, just like in the Old West. You got hats getting knocked off, thank God. And he looks like just somebody who's just come in just to whoop somebody's ass. And that's what he's doing with this little poor guy here. I love the art. I love the style. I like that he's called the Havoc Razor. And he's actually raising hell. Get it? Bump. Anyway, I think it's cool. Got a lot of good flavor. Like it a lot. Really impressed. So, not the best card, but flavor on part. Next, we have Rizzle Brand. Hello. 4 black and 4 for the 7/7 flying lifelinker. Pay 7, draw 7 cards. He's back. The schemes this ancient evil has concocted will make your skin crawl away and hide. I love it. So I know I've said, thank God, not everybody's wearing a hat, but the fact that he's toting up a sheriff's badge and she's yelling to run, there's something about this I like. Maybe it's because I've seen all the old Rizzle brands, and they're really cool, and this is just so different and hasn't been reprinted in so long that it just looks cool to me. Maybe it's just me, but I'm kind of digging it. And it's got some pretty good value. You know, it sees play not only in Commander, but in the older formats, in Legacy, in combo decks. Like, this goes places. And I think if someone laid down and whipped this out on me, I'd be mildly impressed. And I would definitely look at it and touch it. But anyway, moving on. Next, we have another card. We have Tezzeret the Seeker. Check out this Tezzeret. Now, the only problem I have with this one is he's wearing a hat. We went over this. But the 3 blue and 3/4 loyalty planeswalker, you get to untap 2 artifacts, search your library for an artifact or mana value X or less, put it into the battlefield. You know, artifacts become 5/5 creatures. I like the picture. I'm not fond of him wearing a hat. This should have been a cool looking gun. I'd probably been better okay with that. I do want to say I like the wording and how rich this mana symbol right here is compared to the rest of it with the red in the background and the blue on the bottom. Picture, not so much on par, but color theme of the card is pretty sweet to me. And maybe that's just me. I mean, hopefully it looks like this. So, yeah, I'm digging it. So, with that is all the cards we have to display. Now, we don't know which one's going to be Volume 1, which one's going to be Volume 2. Once we know, we will revisit and we'll take a look at how much the secret layer is. Again, if it's going to be $29.99 and then $39.99, I think there's plenty of value in here to justify that. And probably the secret layer is going to be technically worth more than that just from card value, let alone the fact that they get their own art and all that jazz. Hate to say it, I think this is probably a solid B. And it's only a B because the whole Outlaw Thunder Junction theme, not everybody likes. And some of the cards I don't like I don't like this one, but I like the Bolis one with the train, but not so much that it's Thunder Junction, really more because it looks like a giant kaiju card. But anyway, so some good hits, some good misses, lots of good flavor for the most part. So I give it a B, and if it comes out, two secret layers for $29.99 and $39.99 for the foil and non-foil for either of these, I think they're well worth it. We'll have to see how the cards get bundled, but all that said, pretty sexy. I'm not gonna lie. Tell me what you think down in the comments. So until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table, partner. God, that makes me feel ill inside.